Greetings, brothers, and welcome back to the BlackManCan men's channel. The channel where masculinity is affirmed and supported, where we as men go to tackle the challenges of modern day society and with our women, and most of all, the place where we strive to become the best version of ourselves. I want to thank y'all as always for the constant support. Please remember to follow me on YouTube, on my Facebook group, and on Instagram. They are listed below. Also, remember ladies, this is a men's channel, but you are welcome here. I have sisters joining as well, and that is cool. You can come see me, just don't come for me. I won't go back and forth about a difference of opinion. That being said, we are gonna hop into number 26 today, which is called Nothing Changes If Nothing Changes. Okay? Now, I wanted to deal with this subject because a lot of us go through periods in our life, myself included, where you feel stagnant, you feel like you're not moving in the right direction, you feel like you're strung up on the wrong things, dead-end job, relationship ain't working, whatever have you. And I wanted to give us a couple things that we can take with us to help us make the changes we want to make in our life. Things that I think have worked for me, and hopefully if you are going through some of these issues, they will work for you as well, brothers. All right. Number one, work on changing the small things first. Usually we become overwhelmed wanting to do so much for ourselves and to make everything happen overnight. And life is not a marathon, not a sprint. It is a marathon. So we got to go and work on the small things. So if you want to eat better, you might want to start with adding fruit to your meal. You might want to say, if I want to work out, you might start saying, I'm going to dedicate and commit at least 1 day a week or 2 days a week. And you're going to do things along the way to reinforce that. All right. So start with small things and work your way up. Don't try to think you can cover it all at one time. Number two, change requires commitment. You have to do the work. OK. We live in a society now where everything is simulated. Everybody's on social media. Everybody's looking for the fast way out. Women getting BBLs instead of going to the gym. And there's no quick fix for long-term change and real results. So you got to be committed to doing the work. All right. And if you're not, then you'll fall short, or you'll do something for a few weeks and then you'll fall off. Just like people make commitments to go to the gym, and in the first 2 weeks, you see every gym in America is got an increase in membership. By February, it's dead. All right. So take your time. Say, look, if I'm going to the gym or whatever, I'm gonna commit to a certain thing. But you have to do the work. All right. Number three, you must exercise consistency over desire. What do I mean by that? Going to the gym, for example. There are many days I get up and I don't feel like it. I don't have the desire. I don't want to make that commitment for that day. However, if I'm consistent with however many times, if I say I'm going to go 3 days a week, 4 days a week, 2 days a week, if I am committed to that and I don't slack on it, the results will come. But if you go based off desire, there's always going to be something we don't feel like doing. Whether it's, your child trying to play the piano, whether it's you trying to learn something new, finish a book, go back to school, you have to commit, okay? Desire is not going to always be there. You have to exercise consistency first. Number four, only you can make the move. I tell people all the time, you can't change other people, but the easiest person to work on changing is you, okay? So you need to start there and end there. You have to work on being committed to making the move, the first move. I don't care what it is. If I'm going to say, this day I'm going to start it. You can't say, I'm going to put that off to tomorrow. No, you committed to this day. So whenever time you commit to something, you stick with it, but you got to be the one to make the move, no matter what it is. Finding a new woman, you got to approach her. Find a new job, you got to put your resume out there. Going to a new school, you got to put your online grades or take a GRE. You have to be the one to make the move, okay? Number five, there's a difference between attachment and connection. And I'm talking about relationships mainly. We get into a lot of relationships or dealings with people, and we think because we've been with them a long time that that's what it is for us. When there could be something better for you. And that's not just relationships. That's with work. That's with friends. That's with the people and the company you keep. You think because you've been doing something a long time that that's the only way it should be. and you are losing out because you're not thinking about other things that can enhance your life. So I want you to remember that there's a difference between attachment and connection. And you want to be connected to whatever and whoever it is you're working and dealing with. You don't want to be attached. Okay? Attachment is more like a parasite. All right? A tapeworm. A connection is two people working in concert, or a group working in concert. Number 6, you must get comfortable being uncomfortable sometimes. Usually it's when you're uncomfortable, that's when you grow. And one of the main things they talk about when they deal with human psychology and the way the mind works is we just don't like being uncomfortable. We love being in our bed. We love hanging out and being with our friends and doing fun stuff. We love being comfortable. We love comfort food. Everything in our lives is about what feels good. But sometimes what feels good to you is not necessarily good for you. So remember, when you want to make real changes in your life, you have to learn to be able to get comfortable being uncomfortable. And the more and more you do that, the easier it will become for you to make the kind of changes you want to make in your life. Number 7, find your motivating factor and use it as your why. Now, we all got different things that get us to the polls, get us to the gym, get us to eat right. Whatever it is that's motivating you. I'll give you a good example. A friend of mine told me once when they were younger, him and his friend went to the club, and his friend went to talk to somebody and the security guard pushed him down. And he was little in frame, but he remembered that feeling of being shoved down by that bigger man. And you know what he did? He went to the gym the next 3 years and turned into a monster because he said, I'm never going to have nobody be able to put their hands on me like that again. He found out his motivating factor and made it his why. You need to do the same thing when you want changes. Last and not least, you need to seek your inner God by staying in prayer and connection with the Most High. I know not all of y'all are religious, and if you're atheist, let me tell you something. Prayer is affirmation to yourself, because greater is He within you than there is He in the world. God is in you. Everything you need is already inside, okay? But you need to tap into that by using prayer, meditation, taking time to calm your mind in the storm that we call life and work on those things, all right? So as always, we're going to recap, summarize real quick, and give you the steps one by one. Number 1, work on making small changes first. Rome is not built in a day, and as they say, the faith of a mustard seed can move mountains, all right? You got to start with little things and build your way up, because you can be overwhelmed with the big change you want to make. You can't lose 100 pounds overnight. You can't become a millionaire in a week. It doesn't, unless you hit the lotto. Outside of that, you got to commit to small things first. Number 2, change requires commitment. You have to put in the work. You have to be exercising every day. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to do. Put Post-its on the wall. Do whatever it is you need to do to remind yourself and give yourself encouragement. But you have to do the work, okay? Nothing just comes and falls in your lap, especially real change. Number 3, you must exercise consistency over desire. We don't always desire to do what we need to do consistently to be our best selves. You need to put consistency first and foremost, whether it's the gym, whether it's finding a new job or a new career, whether any kind of aspiration you have, you must be consistent in your effort to do it. Number 4, only you can make the move. When you're talking about you wanting to do things in your life differently, whether it's habits, whether it's with women, whether it's with work, whether it's with your life, whether it's with your home, you have to make the move. Nobody's going to do it for you, all right? So commit to making that move for yourself, if for nothing else, all right? You write a plan, set a goal, make a deadline. You have to make that move. Number 5, there's a difference between attachment and commitment. Attachment and connection. Just because we've been with somebody for a long time or we've been doing something for a long time does not mean that's the only or best way to do it. And when you get attached to doing something, that means it could be like a parasite. You know, it could be like a tapeworm. Just because you attach to something doesn't mean you're working in concert or it's something that's functioning in its best way. You want to be connected, okay? So look for connection over attachment. Number 5, there's a difference, 6, you cannot get comfortable, or should I say you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable. A lot of times we just don't want to get out of our box. We want to stay with the routine, just like we've been brushing our teeth in the morning. You have to create some willingness to step out of your comfort zone and do things differently. And once you become comfortable being a little uncomfortable, you'll start to see mountains move and things shake up in your life and you go in the direction you want to. Number 7. We've been backwards today. Number 7. Finding your motivating factor and use it as your why. Whatever it is that is truly your end goal, you need to find out what it is that's going to get you there, and you need to hold on to that. Just like I told you about the brother that got his body put on by security, and he said, look, nobody's going to put me in that situation. I'm going to get in the gym, I'm going to bulk up, I'm going to get right, and I'm going to be the kind of dude you'll think twice about pushing. You got to find what it is that's your motivating factor and use it as your why. Last but not least, seek the inner God by staying in touch with the Most High, by using prayer and by being committed to meditating and taking time to clear your mind and stay focused on your goal and asking for help from the Most High, because none of us can do it on our own. It takes that extra push and that asking of the Most High. I tell you, you know what, man? I'm going to say this. A lot of y'all don't think it's real. I can tell you right now that prayer and meditation has brought me through some serious fires. Give it a shot, okay? If you haven't, because it's an affirmation to yourself that I'm going to be good. I'm going to make things happen, all right? And I know that the Most High is watching over me and protecting me at all times, all right? So brothers, as always, thank you. Continue liking, sharing, following, subscribing to the channel. At this point, YouTube is slacking, so every video is going to go up to YouTube first, okay? I'm going to bring it there, and then I'm going to share it to my Facebook and my Instagram channel for you guys to check out. But I want y'all to start going there and start going to my the channels that are listed here and subscribe to them, all right? That being said, brothers, be well. Sisters, be well. Family, be well, and take care of yourself. Until the next time, remember that the black man can. And if you ain't know, you better ask somebody. Peace.